The Nigeria Police Act 2020 seeks to modernize law enforcement in Nigeria by transitioning from colonial-era practices to a framework that emphasizes accountability, human rights, and community trust. Although the Act articulates these forward-thinking principles, the current police regulations, which serve as subsidiary legislation, are outdated and inconsistent with the new Act. In light of Human Rights Day, the Rule of Law and Accountability Advocacy Center, RULAAC, and the Network on Police Reforms in Nigeria, NOPRIN, are urging the Ministry of Justice to officially gazette the recently revised police regulations, which were developed through collaborative efforts among multiple stakeholders. During a press conference held in Lagos, representatives from these civil society organizations expressed that the delay in the publication process obstructs the implementation of reforms aimed at professionalizing the police force and enhancing its relationship with the community.
For us in Nigeria, it has been a most troubling time for the observance of human rights by state institutions. In particular, the Nigeria Police, the primary law enforcement agency for internal security, remains and continues to operate like a criminal force, despite years of substantial investments and reform efforts. Of course, other agencies like the State Security Service, which likes to style itself DSS, and the EFCC, have also been on the prowl, abusing and misusing their law enforcement powers, flagrantly violating human rights. The police, which ought to protect, enforce, and operate in accordance with the law, instead routinely break the law in the most egregious and reckless manner.
The executive arm of government, particularly the Federal Ministry of Justice, must demonstrate the political will to advance the reform agenda. Clear directives and timelines for completing the gazetting process are necessary. 3. Strengthening institutional efficiency. Addressing the bureaucratic inefficiencies within the Federal Ministry of Justice is critical. Introducing digital processes and streamlining approval workflows would significantly reduce delays. 4. Monitoring and accountability mechanisms. Independent monitoring mechanisms should be established to track the progress of the gazetting process and hold relevant actors accountable for delays.
The groups assert that the reform of Nigeria's police regulations is an essential element of the wider initiative aimed at enhancing public safety and security. They contend that these regulations, which were initially established under colonial frameworks, are now regarded as obsolete and inadequate for addressing the intricacies of modern policing in Nigeria, and they do not conform to the Police Act of 2020.
The police regulation is talking about, you see, Gongola State, you will see Bendel State. Whereas the Police Act says completely, absolutely prohibits gender discrimination. The police regulation promotes gender discrimination. So in carrying out disciplinary measures, it is the regulation that the police resorts to. And this has retained the culture of colonialism. The colonial policing philosophy is still what, completely governs the police regulation, which is why it needs, and of course, that review has been done, like we stated. It's just for the Ministry of Justice to gazette it.
But like you said, if you have any complaint, if any complainant brings a matter to any institution, be it the police, why we are talking about police for now is mostly the law allows police initially for prosecution, arrest. They are the major institution that takes care of the internal security in Nigeria. So what other institutions ought to have done to is that, what are these things that we are talking about the police today? Where have we ended? So we will not just, end it all by calling only the police. Police have done a lot of things. They've also done some good.
Hello, hope you enjoyed the news. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to hit the notification button so you get notified about fresh news updates.